Okay, so this video is a look at comic book themed t-shirts. This is a follow-up to the film t-shirts video I did recently. I'll start with this, the Batman logo on a plain black background. This is first because Batman is still my favourite comic book character. Next is obviously Superman, which makes a good companion piece to the Batman one, especially with that Batman vs Superman film coming soon. Next is another League member who's also in that film, Wonder Woman. I've got to confess, this is actually a woman's t-shirt, not a man's, but I only display these and not wear them, so it doesn't matter. That's just between us though, okay? Another Justice League member, the Flash logo. The Flash was one of my favourite characters as a kid. I always liked the ones who can run really fast. Probably because I was on the athletics team as a kid, in school. This is the Watchmen, which is still one of the best things I've ever read. This is how they look in the film version rather than the comic book looks. Moving on to the villains now, a nice Joker one on a green background. The Riddler now. I got this because the Riddler was always one of my favourite Batman villains, and he worked really well in the 60s TV show and in Batman Forever. Jim Carrey blows Tommy Lee Jones out of the water in that film. But when the second Batman film came out, The Dark Knight, it was in the paper that Catwoman and Riddler would be the villains in the third Batman film, and they'd be played by Angelina Jolie and Johnny Depp respectively. I knew it wouldn't happen because it was far too early, but you can just picture Johnny Depp as the Riddler, can't you? They got Catwoman right, but she was played by Anne Hathaway instead. Moving on to Marvel now, not many of these. I've got to admit, I do prefer DC characters to Marvel. Don't know why, I just do. So this is the Captain America S.H.I.E.L.D. logo. Even though I've just said what I've said, Cap here is one of my favourite characters. A good companion piece to Captain America is Captain Britain here. This came out when the Olympics were held in London a few years ago. Last is the Fantastic Four logo. This is one of the older versions which I prefer to any modern day redesigns of it there are out there. So that was a look at my comic book themed t-shirts. I'll finish this off with a look at some random t-shirts which don't really fit into either category I've done already. So hopefully you'll join me on that one.